So we've got Sam Fairs here with Sony.
Hey, how's it going?
And we're going to talk a little bit about the exciting roadmap for the Venice.
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of take us back a little bit. Where did we start? And with these new firmware updates, where are we going?
All right. Well, when we started, we couldn't even shoot 6K originally. It was only 4K in the beginning. And then we did a full frame upgrade, which was a license. And then we did an anamorphic, which allowed us to do the D-squeeze. And at first, we only had D-squeeze at 2.4 and also 1.2. So now we added 1.3, 1.8, 1.5. So all of the different D-squeeze options. And also now we could do 6K and 4K simultaneously. At first, we could only do 6K and HD as a proxy. But now we could do XAVC as our 4K in 10-bit while we're shooting our 6K in 16-bit. In
so
XOCN.
you have that lower flavor proxy.
Correct.
It's easier to manage and work
Exactly.
with.
And we can add a LUT to that proxy as well. So if we're doing just for dailies and we need that file.
You can burn it in
we can
on
burn
the proxy?
We could burn the LUT in on the
and
proxy.
do log on your RAW.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, the LAW would actually be linear. So we can add we can work in the ASUS workflow and then add it in to any curve that we want to work with in post-production.
So one of the main additions with this new firmware is you've got some high-speed options, which is pretty crazy.
That's the exciting part. So in our high frame rate now with version 4, we could take it up to 120 frames in 4K 2391 aspect ratio. And that's also, right now we can only do 60 frames in 4K. In 6K, we can only do 30, and we're doubling that up to 60. So we do it 60p in 6K, 120p in 4K, and then with the version 5 that's coming out in January of 2020, we plan to take that 6K up to 90 frames a second in 239 aspect ratio, and the 4K in anamorphic up to 72 frames a second.
Okay. So 16:9 won't have quite as high of a frame rate? Or
the 16:9, when we're doing 16:9, we could also do 120 in 4K.
Okay, so 239, 16:9.
239 being the maximum.
Okay.
Yeah, the maximum.
Perfect. So is there any other updates for the firmware?
So in version 5, we're also adding what people have been asking for, which is the flip-flop, doing 180-degree rotation on the output for viewfinder or also for the monitor out. Okay. And then we're also allowing the same magnification that we had in the viewfinder to be able to watch that magnification happen on the monitor out. So we could do if we're doing very precise focusing and we want to do the magnification on the external monitor, we can do that as well. And also added an easier menu system for the frame lines, just creating your own custom frame lines for the version 5.
So a lot of flexibility there.
Yeah, that's great flexibility. And then also with version 3, what we added, which was a lot of people have been using it lately, is having our Wi-Fi dongle. With a 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, we can control the camera with our phone or tablet up to 10 meters. And so that's going to allow us to change ND filters. We can hit rec. We can go into the full menu just on our phone or a tablet without having to download an application. We just go into the IP address of the camera, put in the username, password, and we have full control of the camera with our phone.
It's very handy. If it's on a Steadicam or on a jib or something.
Or even
like
on that Easy Rig that we had. The other day I had it on my back with the Easy Rig and just changing the ND filters of my phone.
Nice.
People were like, wow, before, you had to change any filter, you had to touch the camera, like on the F55. Yeah. You're always touching the camera to change the filters. So in this case, filters are servable, so they can be controlled either via laptop and an Ethernet cable here. We have a RJ45 connection. Or with that dongle, like I said, we could do the Wi-Fi.
Okay. And what's the time frame like on version 5?
So version 5 is about January 2020. Version 4 is end of June, beginning of July time frame.
Okay. So version 4 is coming right up.
Coming right up, yeah.
All right.